DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Hello. It's Sunday.
Good morning, everybody.
You know, I've still lost track of my days.
It's Sunday.
Still losing track of my days.
Yeah, I had to remind myself last night. I was like, is tomorrow Sunday? I was like, yeah, it was Saturday. So yeah. Like,
dude, it's just been fast.
What's throwing me off with keeping track of fucking time is the fact that we had fucking 2 holidays back to back fall mid fucking week.
Midweek.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mid motherfucking week. This whole fucking holidays on a fucking Wednesday thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
I just want to, from a guy that has to fucking work a full-time fucking job and didn't get the day before or day after any of these fucking holidays off, it's fucking bullshit.
You got to work on Christmas Eve and shit, huh? Like, fuck all that.
Unless I fucking pre-plan and take fucking time off.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, but it is what it fucking is. But I mean, between that and then the NFL having games on fucking Saturdays now, like that's also thrown fucking time completely out the fucking window. Cause it's like, I'm used to, Saturdays during football season is when I get all my fucking errands done because I don't have a fucking game to watch. Now it's like, okay, what am I missing on the fucking games while I'm trying to run all my fucking errands? Because I'm definitely not going to fucking run errands on a Sunday when I fucking got 19 games to watch.
I got fucked up on Thursday because I was thinking there was going to be a fucking football game that night, and they already had the last Thursday night game, and I was like, well, fuck, there's not even any football on fucking Thursday, and I was like, shit, you know what I mean? So yeah. Which,
honestly, that kind of pisses me off. Like they could have one of the games that they had yesterday could have been fucking the last Thursday night for the final week. Like that could have been this past Thursday, and then they could have just done one game yesterday.
1 and 1, 1 and 1. Do one on Thursday and one on, but that's I don't know. They're getting ready to head into the playoffs, and I think they want teams healthier. And when you play a Thursday game, that is a very fast turnaround for football. As a very fast turnaround.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, the guys that played yesterday, because looking at fucking the schedule from this week, we had Ravens and Browns and Bengals and Steelers. I know we've got some other things we want to talk about. But the Ravens are the only ones going into the playoffs, and they clinched their division.
Yes.
So out of the games from yesterday, so they at least have until I think they have 2 weeks before they have a playoff game because they won't be in the wild card round because they clinched division.
Everybody will. Everybody except the Chiefs, I think. This is 7 seeds, so 6 teams have to play.
Yeah. So the first round, the wild card games actually start next Saturday.
Yeah, they'll be in the wild card. They will be in the wild card. They have to be. I think the Chiefs are the only team with a bye.
Oh yeah.
When they redid the seedings and stuff, only the number 1 seed gets a bye now. It used to. I think it used to be 1 and 2. Yeah,
it's the one that clinches the conference is who gets the bye now and everybody else has to play in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's crazy just looking at this. Like,
we're starting to see the matchup. So it's going to depend on what happens between in the Miami game and the Chiefs and Broncos today, and the Miami game, whoever Miami plays, and the Bengals have an outside chance of making the playoffs if both the Broncos and the Dolphins lose. So it's going to depend on that for the Bengals.
And the thing is, this year it looks like for the NFC, we don't have any in NFC South. There are no teams going into the playoffs.
Not even their division champion. That's crazy.
Because like in the North, we have Lions, Vikings, and Packers, which are Lions and Vikings are 14-2, 14-2. Packers are 11-5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the NFC.
Wouldn't one team from your division has to go, isn't it? The if you clinch the division, don't they have to go? Am I wrong?
There's nobody that's clinched the division on fucking
in the South.
Mm-mm.
What's the best record?
I think it's going to be this week is what determines who clinches the South.
What's the best record in the South right now?
9-7, and the team right below that is 8-8.
Oh God!
So
not a good year for the South.
It's going to come up to it's going to come between the Bucks and the Falcons on who clinches the division. And Falcons play the Panthers today. Buccaneers play the Saints. And those are both their division teams they're both in the South. So, if the Saints beat the Bucks and the Falcons beat the Panthers, then that ties up the top.
So it's going to go to a tiebreaker. It'll go to a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm. They'll have to do a tiebreaker game.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly like this. Obviously, I'm a Chiefs fan, but this year especially, I haven't had a chance to watch as much football. So the NFC, I haven't even been paying attention to like all year. Like remember a couple weeks ago, I was freaking out because the Vikings have the same record as the Lions. Like they snuck in there. The
Vikings still have the same fucking record as the Lions.
Yeah, everyone's been hyping the Lions up all year, and the Vikings have just quietly gone to 14-2. You know what I mean? Like that surprised me because I wasn't paying attention to the NFC. So it was all Chiefs all the time. And what else was going on around the AFC for the Chiefs seeding and stuff. That's
the other thing. Like right now, nobody's clinched the division for the North because of the Lions and Vikings being tied.
Yep.
So, it's like,
who are they playing tomorrow? Who do the Lions play? Do they play the Vikings? That'd be bad.
Lions play the.
Tell me they play the Vikings.
Yep, it's Vikings and Lions.
Holy shit, we're watching that one tomorrow. What goddamn streaming?
That's today at 8:20. That's tonight.
It's tonight?
There's no Monday night games this week.
So it's Sunday Night Football?
It's Sunday Night Football.
Is that on Peacock?
CBS and NBC.
It's on both.
Yep. And unfortunately, Jay.
What?
I'll have to tell you about Peacock.
Don't bring me down. Nobody puts Jay in the corner. All right. Like,
did you have to cancel yours? I could give Jay my password.
With moving, I wasn't able to afford the fucking like $8 that it cost.
Still got Paramount, right? Still got Paramount?
Nope.
I got you on that too, Jay.
I had to for the time being with moving.
The Chiefs are on Paramount in like 3 hours. Like, help me, Obi-Wan. Like,
I got
John's got you for right now.
I got you.
I love you.
I again,
we got different avenues of approach for this.
We always do, John. Do we?
Yes.
Jay is always hungry for hot links, man. I'm always hungry for hot links.
Listen, when I remember when we first had the conversation you were like, people still do this shit. I'm like, fuck yeah, they do.
Actually, hold on, Jay. Hold on. I'm about to check something. We might be lucky because it looks like Peacock doesn't expire until tomorrow.
But Paramount's already the Chiefs are playing. The Chiefs are playing on CBS here in a little bit. So like that's for this afternoon, that's what I was looking at.
I got you, dog.
Yeah, so
love you.
Peacock's still good for right now.
Okay. Because Jay sails the seas. I sail the high seas, you know, and that's what I do, right? Like
that's right.
Because we have other things that we need to be spending our money on, and that's yeah. So how was your guys' week?
It was awesome, man. What you got, Squillini?
I was gonna give it to fucking Jay
cave.
first. I was gonna fucking give it to Jay first.
Oh, for the week.
He's got a fucking interesting one, and that's gonna be a topic. Or we start with you, John, go to me, and then go to Jay. That way we can go into that fucking topic.
Good segue.
Save the best for last.
I'm down.
Yeah, segue off of Jay's fucking shit.
I don't know if it exactly qualifies as best. This is just more like my life in a nutshell right now, which is what we'll get to here in a minute. So yeah.
We spoke about Christmas, but I had a couple other extra Christmas gifts that came in.
Okay.
That were smoke themed, which were really nice.
Like 420 smoke themed, I'm assuming.
Yes. One of them is a lighter. One of these it's one of these fancy lighters too.
Ooh, Navy SEALs
with the coil.
Yeah.
I got a doobie smell proof bag.
Nice. For all of your travel needs.
Now a ring also came in, and I can't find the ring right now, but the ring, you could put a joint on it and you could smoke, you know.
Is it one ring, John?
Yeah. It's the one ring.
Is it the ring that will rule us all?
All of them. And then I got this really cool poster.
Man, John, you need to stop skipping fucking leg day.
I like what does it say under sativa? To change what?
To change the things I can, indica. To accept
the things I can't.
I cannot. That's right.
Interesting. I love it. I dig it.
And if you guys are smoke enthusiasts like I am, you know what the sativa and the indica world is like. I'm a saint of sativa, so don't even get me started.
I'm like the raccoon of the smoking world. I'm just like, is it in the dumpster? Does it still work? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a trash.
One thing I've kind of come to learn, like, even on like the CBD side, because of, you know, my state and the regulations where I'm at,
right?
You know, even on the CBD side, you still have the indicas and sativa strains and stuff like that. So I've been kind of experimenting with shit too when it comes to that side of things.
Good.
Because I am a big proponent of fuck corporate pharmaceuticals.
Say it one more time. I want to
fuck
hear it again.
Corporate pharmaceutical.
Thank you.
Fuck. That's all there is to it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and why do I need to go? Because, you know, Jay being infantry, me being a fucking door kicker too, our shit's fucking all fucked up now.
I didn't realize how fucked up a lot of my shit was until I got out, and then I was like, when you
don't notice.
Well, when you're doing 110 miles an hour down the fucking freeway 7 days a goddamn week for literal decades, right? When you pump the brakes a little bit and you go down to like 75, 50, 45, now we're doing like neighborhood speeds. We're doing like 25, 30. And all of a sudden my bones and my nerves and like all this like stuff inside this shell is like, hey, asshole, can you feel me now? Can you feel me now?
Yeah.
You know,
I rotated last night in my sleep and my back cracked so fucking loudly it fucking shook me awake.
I got a haircut last week, and when I got up, when she was like shampooing my, you know, I got a shampoo with it, you know, and when I got up off the shampooing chair, like my knees and my elbows both like they crack, like, but it's like loud. And she's like, was that your elbow, or your knees? I was like, both. Like, she's like, holy shit,
mark.
I was like, she's like, holy shit, Jay. And I was like, yeah. Like,
fucking, I haven't got a fucking haircut in a fucking hot minute.
Oh, dude.
I was getting shaggy. Dude.
Dude, look at my sides right now. My sides are like 3 inches long at the moment.
Dude, you want to know the really sad part is I'm going to be working the divisional game at Arrowhead, obviously. but that's 2 weeks from now. I might have to get another haircut before 2 weeks from now because that's how fast my shit. When my shit's like real close and closely cropped, it grows fast. Like it grows.
I may or may not have made a bet with my wife about hair the other day.
Do not bring back the Chomo mustache, dude. Don't.
No.
Okay.
No. It doesn't involve me shaving my beard or anything.
Okay.
I better that I could outlast till our beach trip in August without getting a beard trim or a haircut.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You're gonna, God, you guys. Okay, we're just gonna have to rename this show like two hobos and a J. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's what it's, I'm gonna fucking cut my hair today. Well, obviously not the good parts, not the good parts.
Okay.
I mean, I know how to take care of my fucking hair, even if it gets fucking long.
Well, yeah, you style it and you make yourself presentable, of course. I mean, that's part of the deal. That especially if you have long hair. It's been over a decade and a half since I had long hair, but I had long hair for about 8 years, and you have to take care of it. You have to like manage it basically, and you have to look presentable. Even if you don't like tie it back or whatever, you still have to make it look presentable. Like otherwise you look like a fucking greaseball. You
can ask my wife, like my vanity in our bathroom, the amount of fucking beard care products I have just to take care of this fucking thing are ridiculous. If I fucking grow this shit out, it's gonna fucking turn into fucking hair care products too.
I use when I style my hair, like when I go work or if I feel like looking saucy.
I mean, I use Dapper Dan.
I use two different products. I use like a matte clay. I use like a matte clay, and then I set it with a spray. And so that way, good to see you, buddy. That way, if I'm working like a 12-hour shift, the fucking it's still gonna be presentable at hour 12, just like it was at hour 1.
So I use this thing. I use it's a matte clay also, but it's extra strong hold. It's called Fix Your Lid.
Okay, mine's like medium hold. That's like and that's why I set it with the spray.
And it works. It's not fucking oily. It's not sticky. It dries nice. And I don't need to fucking use the like spray or anything to set the fucking hold when I use it.
Yeah. Now, I do want to add in as part of my week, and I have been watching G2's live streams lately, and he's been putting out some
fun stuff.
It's better than fun. It's knowledgeable, it's educational, it's interesting.
Okay.
Very different topics of PTSD that he touches upon, and
cool.
It's one of the coolest presentations that I've seen out there right now, because there's no one doing it. He doesn't have a fancy intro. He doesn't have fancy music playing that he doesn't need, because he's there for the moment to tell you what that subject is of the day. And it's like being back in school again. So I want to give just a big round of applause to G2. I mean,
absolutely.
The guy's doing it. I love what they're doing at Hill Pyre Studios, F3, the Shiz crew. They're all amazing. Absolutely amazing. So guys, honestly, if you guys haven't seen any of G2's videos, go check them out. Go back and see the old ones. What's going on, Freedom Fighter? How you doing?
Hold on, Freedom Fighter.
There he is.
You got it. Listen,
there he is.
I'm appreciative of people who want to talk about content that's not being talked about, and not enough of it too.
Yeah. You guys will both be happy to know. I got a phone call from one of my buddies in my veterans group, and he was like, "Do you need a ride?" He's like, "You haven't been in a while." I was like, "Yeah, if you want to come pick me up, fine." So I actually made it to group therapy this week. So like that was like, it was nice. It was nice to be able to do that again.
There you go.
See some of the boys and like, word vomit. Yeah, like kind of word vomit some of the bullshit in my head, right? Like, and just get it out there. And so that was. We'll go into the rest of my week here in a minute. Joe, what did you do this week?
Well, I'm still not done.
Oh shit, my bad.
You guys have hijacked my whole shit.
My bad, dog. What you got, homie? What you got?
I'm doing horrible, Dylan. I'm doing horrible. I'm angry.
Doing fucking
pissing
great
on myself. I'm sleeping like a fucking asshole. No, I'm kidding. I'm doing right. I'm doing
Dylan.
good.
Hey, Dylan, that's these guys' shit. Like I never made that bet.
Yeah, Jay never fucking joined the fucking crew.
Like I do what I want
as he drinks a fucking PBR.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I got plenty.
Yeah, so the week has actually been really good, very productive since the new year started. I got a bunch of new content coming out, and actually I'm glad that G2 and Freedom Fighter are here because they get to hear the announcement of what I'm about to make, because this is something it's gonna be maybe about a month or so. My first video that's coming out will be about Paradise, and I've been investigating Paradise, these fucking bastards, for the last couple months, and I have a silver bullet for them. And I'm tired of all these other people calling me a fucking liar about it. So fuck you guys. I have something for you guys coming this week.
Fucking liar.
Yes. After that, I'm working on a video about a chomo, exposing a chomo named Chasten Rants, who continuously keeps on opening wrestling schools in Florida, training kids.
What?
Yes.
Oh, hell no, dude. Hell to the fuck no, dude.
The third video that I'm going to be working on is one that I'm very excited about, and one that I'm going to need some help with some of your crew and stuff like that, guys. I'm going to be working on a Michael Kaiser video. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's the Stolen Valor guy who killed the Marine, Donald Cameron.
Oh.
The one that Stone Vet and them are all over fucking here lately.
I mean, you're ringing some bells. It's just not like what state did all this happen in? Do you remember?
Let's find out.
Yeah, because it's
I'm pretty sure someone in the chat's gonna say it too.
It's dancing in my head, and
D2 Freedom Fighter,
Oklahoma.
Any
it looks like
Oklahoma. Okay.
Is it Oklahoma?
Alabama. Bama.
Okay.
Sweet home Alabama.
Do you know what I think? I think you should come home with me to Greenbow, Alabama.
Yeah, so G2 and you guys, I'm going to be contacting you guys soon because I'd love to work on something, because I'm getting into more investigative stuff after the whole Paradise thing, and and I can't talk about what I told you guys earlier, which fucking sucks. But there are some things that are happening within that fucking scam, and they think they're gonna take me down. No siree, buddy, not on my watch. But the rest of the week is good. Watch some video, watch some TV, watch some movies. Nothing out of the ordinary, just reality TV, what we do in the shadows, fucking hilarious show. And then have just more podcasting, and then what was that last thing I had? I did do.
You did. You went live yesterday, didn't you? Go live
I did. Bong rips and twice. Bong rips and video games, and the Artificial High was live yesterday. Both very successful lives that we had for the show. Tony Sanchez Media is going to focus more on live shows as well. So
I think it's a good. Live is what people are not doing with podcasts right now. Not very many podcasts go live, and I said when we first started this, I said that was one of our strengths, was that most people want to edit the shit out of like their content. We go live like every week. We have to basically censor ourselves in the moment so that we can produce a good show, basically. And it's and when you're live, that's not easy to do. That is not easy to do. Like
and Cleary,
Cleary.
It's because you have a piece of shit that's in your state named Michael Kaiser. That's his name. But Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. Sounds good. As much info that gets to get out there. And G2, that's absolutely correct, because I mean I started moving more into the investigative side of my content, and the one video I have is now at 11,000 views right now, and I just feel like,
Christ, John, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Badass, dude. Fucking A, dude.
That makes me like still monetized though, right?
Where's that goddamn ear on?
I will never be monetized on YouTube. I'm going to tell you that right now. It will never happen.
I'm sending something to the group chat. Hang on just a second. I'll let you know when it comes through. Like, because I'm just so goddamn proud of you, John. Like, you fucking you make the baby J cry. Like,
yeah, and I mean, and look, I'll pull it up for you. Well, I won't play the video, but We are that video is currently at
there we go.
11,000 views right now.
God damn, dude. Here, pull up that shit I just sent to the group chat. Put that up there. That's how I feel about you right now.
Hold on.
So yeah, dude, I'm telling you, and now that I'm gaining subscribers now and stuff from this. So if there is something,
proud of my homies.
If there is something for me in this investigative world of YouTube, then hey, I want to be able to expose the ones who are doing the bad shit, like Shaston Rants, you fucking chomo.
Fucking chomo.
I know that you fucking blocked my post when I put your sex offender registry under that.
Put your shit on blast. He put your shit on blast, didn't he? Didn't fucking like that, did you?
He didn't like that, and I also know that Michael Kaiser doesn't have a lot of time left either. So
good, fuck him too. Good, fuck that guy too. Like, I
Paradise.
Fully expect, and fuck Paradise too. I fully expect if any one of we three ever pulled some fucking bullshit, you better fucking call us out. You better fucking call us out. That is the expectation. That's the standard. That's the standard. Like doing the right thing should be the standard.
Waffles.
Jesus Christ, John. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I don't know how he does it.
2525.
Usually it's me with the fucking pancakes and syrup in the fucking mornings while we're doing the episode. Today it's fucking John with waffles.
Yeah.
Well, I feel good. I feel really good. It's a brand new year. It's a brand new fucking week. Things are just going the way that they're supposed to. And I'm just waiting for the bad shit to come so I can slap it in the face and piss on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's like
what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's like, last year for fucking me with, Tech Guy Media and fucking my streaming and all my fucking content, that just went to the wayside because of fucking just dealing with the bullshit at the fucking current house. And with 25 and us moving.
I'm sorry.
That was, it was so like you wouldn't believe it unless it happened to you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let's go through a timeline real quick because you're moving again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was August of 23 when we moved from the flat to the townhouse because the townhouse that was directly connected to our 2-bedroom apartment
was condemned
on this property was being rented out for use as a stash house / heroin and fentanyl lab. So August 2023, we had 1 week to uproot from the apartment to the townhouse. We get into the townhouse. Then in the townhouse, nothing but constant fucking internet issues to the extent of I finally had to spend an extra like $200 to have Spectrum, my internet provider, come out and install a second fucking internet line in my office just so I could work my full-time job with a stable internet connection.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Fuck that.
From there, then due to heating and cooling issues, I had to install 2 window AC units on the top level of the townhouse to keep my office cool and my bedroom cool through the heat of the fucking summer.
Right.
Because the house just fucking sucked in the fucking heat and wouldn't let it back the fuck out.
You had a hell of a year.
Then, let's see, what was it? Around fucking June or July of 24, the AC ductwork was condensating so badly that we had fucking black mold grow in our fucking ceiling. Spent a month and a half with fucking holes in the ceiling. Now, during all this, the electric bill just continues to fucking skyrocket because I'm having to run so much shit. Dehumidifier 24/7 downstairs to just keep absorbing all the fucking water from the condensation.
Right.
Plus the 2 fucking window units upstairs. My electric bill at one point during the fucking summer throughout 2024, we went from January of 2024, our electric bill was no higher than like $100 a month.
Right.
January, February, March, $100 a month. Not bad.
Sure.
Come fucking April through even now, like April through, I would say November, the electric bill was around $350 a fucking month.
No, just no. The answer is no.
2 holes cut in the fucking ceiling downstairs, all these other fucking issues.
And now you're within striking distance of fucking going to the next place.
Yeah, and now it's and the thing is, going to the next place, we're technically breaking our fucking lease, but we're just fucking so fed up with it that we're like, fuck it.
Take the hit. Take the fucking hit.
We take the hit. We've got enough proof, even though that, if they take us to court, we can go and just show that it's non-livable fucking conditions in this fucking townhouse, and that we kept raising the concern and they just wouldn't fix it.
Sounds like that management company needs to be fucking shut down.
It's not the management company. It's the fucking owner of the property.
Same difference. Same. That's basically what I was getting at. Whoever's overseeing everything is obviously
the owner. The management company can only approve any repairs or fixes to things up to $250. Anything over that, the owner of the property has to fucking approve the purchase of the supplies and the vendor before the management company can have somebody come fix it.
God damn! Did you see what Dylan Mason said in the chat? Freaking he last year, everybody had a year last year. It sounds like everybody had a 2024. Everybody had a 2024. So he had to he said he opened up a business and had to go bankrupt just to find out, right? Freaking that ain't no joke, dude. We just keep rolling along. That's what we do. We just keep
there were definitely some good times in 2024. Trip to Kansas City.
Got to see you, baby. Yes. Fucking A.
Yeah. There were some ups to it, but we all kind of got butt fucked by 24 in a sense.
Is what it is. But you know what? We just come back fucking stronger the next year anyways. That's what, for whatever reason, this universe seems to love to test us sometimes. But, and I hate that on the back end of it, you always come out a little bit stronger and a little bit wiser. But it's in the middle of it, you're just God damn it. Can I just fucking catch a break? Can I just catch a motherfucking break? I just need, I don't even need an extended break. Just let me take a fucking knee and drink some water, and then I'll continue with the bullshit, right? And the universe is fuck no, stomping your face into the fucking into the mud. You know what I mean? And are your balls not sore enough from last time I kicked them? Bow! Here's another fucking nut kick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to get
What's
up
going
now.
through your brain over there, Clean?
Oh, I'm just responding to the chat so that I don't interrupt the flow of the conversation.
No, you're fine.
No, you're
Joe,
good.
Joe, what did you do this week, Joe? What did you do?
Hold on. I can fucking show you guys what I did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're packing already.
He's not in the bat cave anymore.
We're packing.
Fucking packing. Spending way too much fucking... I spent so much fucking time and energy on fucking putting this office together perfectly the way I fucking wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
It took almost fucking a year and a half to get everything fucking outlined the way I needed it for fucking optimal performance for me. And it took 20 minutes to fucking pull it all apart.
Nice. Well, at least it didn't take long. At least it didn't take long.
Waffles.
Fucking John.
More for me, it's, just been fucking work, trying to fucking make it through fucking the holiday season at work and product launches. And
how was New Year's Eve? Did you do anything on New Year's Eve?
We went to our local pub and grub just for, dinner real quick before all the crazies really got out. Then after that, came back home, went over to the neighbor's house, played fucking cards, sat there, fucking drank, fucking had a good old time with the neighbors and shit. Pretty much stayed in the fucking neighborhood in the community just to avoid being out with all the fucking crazy drunk drivers and shit.
How was it out in North Carolina? Did you hear a lot of fireworks? Did you hear a lot of celebratory gunfire? Anything like that? I'm just out of curiosity.
Honestly, by the time fucking midnight hit, I was fucked up. So
okay, fair.
And fair. I have hearing issues to begin with, and the drunker I get, the worse my hearing gets.
That's all right.
I think that's anybody. So,
the reason I was asking is because the minute the sun went down, and I was glad I was home. I ended up not really doing much. That was Tuesday, and I went home and I didn't do much for New Year's.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here playing video games. I'm sitting here playing video games, and I can hear like pop shots going off, like somewhere in the surrounding area. And I'm talking like as soon as the sun dropped, as soon as it got dark, and like occasional fireworks, and then ba 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 ba. You know what I mean? Where it's like
dumbass shooting their fucking gun in the air.
That's not a firework, right? And it was like, and it only escalated as the time got closer to midnight. Like it started like the minute the sun dropped, and it only like got more and more to where like it sounded like the Gaza Strip, like when the clock struck midnight.
Well, I mean, you've sent us fucking videos from your area on New Year's and shit.
Well, it was when we won the Super Bowl, but yeah, same. Yeah.
Or no, you've sent us fucking videos from New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day too before.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, everything, and it definitely, the crazy ass fucking Missouri Midwesterners out there with their fucking guns, fucking, definitely making it sound like the fucking Gaza Strip. So
like in the city too. This is not like I live like functionally like I live like kind of in the heart of the city. So
you're not like, in the fucking country by any way, shape, or form.
Not even close.
People should not be fucking discharging firearms in that area.
No, but boy did they. like all night long.
I'll admit where I grew up, because we were in the country, like surrounded by fucking pastures.
Sure.
We had fucking neighbors on each side of us and shit, but like there was nobody that lived behind us and stuff like that. So like we set up we had an outdoor fucking gun range in our fucking neighborhood that the neighborhood put together and fucking built. And, New Year's Eve, we'd go out there and fucking, we'd pop shots off at fucking targets in the fucking backyard. I mean, there were times I sat on my back deck and I fucking bowed a fucking deer.
Right. And that is kind of like, that's what you would call like, that's a normal for that type of area. Yeah.
But I lived in the fucking country. I didn't live in the fucking city where, you're fucking pissing distance from your neighbor's fucking window.
Correct. And then there's like,
I could literally piss on my neighbor's window and it would reach.
Like, well, it doesn't bother me. Like I know different veterans have different experiences and they have different reactions to things. Like growing up in Arizona and then going through the Army and then coming home to Kansas City, a lot of this stuff is just like that kind of puts me to sleep. You know what I mean? Like hearing cop sirens, 24 hours a day. Which, by the way, I'll get to it in a minute. It's very quiet here right now because of like the weather, and like if there's one cool thing from like the weather that we're getting, it's fucking like dead silent outside. It's silent. I love it. So yeah, what else did you do this week, Joe?
I mean, realistically, it was
packing.
It was packing. I did so. One thing that was on my to-do list for a majority of fucking 2024 that I never got to, back January of last year, my wife bought herself a PS5 for our living room from the pawn shop.
Down here at the pawn shop.
After we had it for about a month, the thing just after about 30 minutes of playtime would just start shutting off randomly.
Uh-oh.
Again, we bought it from a fucking pawn shop, so there's no return policies on it. I kind of had a feeling when we got home and I pulled it out of the box and everything that whoever owned it before smoked in their house, because I had to clean like the fucking plates off and shit with rubbing alcohol because it just had like that tar residue from cigarettes and it smelled like fucking pot also.
Like the film.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's my favorite smell.
Well, I mean, I have no problem with fucking the smell of pot. Don't get me wrong, but it was just, it was fucking caked on there bad. And on my to-do list was pulling the fucking system apart, cleaning it out, fully fucking making sure that there was, no dust buildup blocking the ventilation and all that stuff. So it wasn't, that it wasn't overheating. Well, I finally fucking got that done this week. It's hard to explain. I should have took a picture, but there was a fucking stack of fucking dust that I pulled out of it about this tall, about this fucking wide. So like a good, like 5 to 6 inches fucking thick worth of dust and about a foot long
on a PS5
that I pulled out of this fucking PS5.
Aren't they like somewhat newish still? Like, how do you get that much dust in that little time?
Because it was in a house before the pawn shop bought it from the person that owned it previously. It was in a house where they smoked in their house. So the tar and the nicotine that makes that fucking sticky film caused all the dust to just stick on the inside of it.
Yeah, and it's like a sponge, right? So when you smoke in your house, and take it from me because I've seen it from having to clean up my computer. In fact, just a couple months ago, I just cleaned out my fan because my fan wasn't moving and it was clogged as fuck. If I didn't smoke, it wouldn't be as normally as clogged and the fan wouldn't have stopped. Yeah. But because I was smoking and I was heavily smoking next to my PC, the buildup of that just kept on growing and growing and growing.
Because the tar from the cigarette smoke from all that and the nicotine makes a sticky film that then attaches to the dust, and then all that happens is the dust just collects and collects and collects and expands.
Have you ever burned a plastic bag?
Yes.
So you know how like when you get to the end of that plastic bag, it kind of just starts floating?
Yeah.
That's like nicotine. That's what it is. It's a weird burning film that is in there, you know? So I think that's the best example that I could give of it.
I never made that kind of connection with smoking indoors and consoles or computers, basically. Computers.
It's horrible for fucking electronics of any sort.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even if you don't have animals, even if you don't have pets, dust is a fucking thing. No matter what, you're always going to have dust buildup.
Yeah.
And once you add that nicotine smoke and that nicotine film and the tar film to, or even fucking, you know, from smoking a fucking joint or, you know, ripping a bong, that smoke still has a residue that it leaves on surfaces.
Right.
And the dust is just going to keep fucking building up. So, like, for instance, we don't, you know, I'm not a smoker. My wife's not a smoker. I smoke cigars, but I won't smoke inside. I go outside to smoke just because I have too many fucking electronics and I don't want to have to pull my shit apart once every fucking 2 weeks to clean everything out. And it was fucking bad. Like my hands, because I didn't have gloves, and I kind of wish I had fucking like latex gloves to wear when I was doing this, because my hands, the palm of my hands were completely fucking black.
Does the fucking console work now? Have you tried it?
Oh yeah. No, it's not overheating anymore.
Okay. I was like that after all that, like freaking I would hope
it took me fucking 2 hours to pull it apart, clean it out really good. Like I used an old toothbrush, rubbing alcohol, because you want to use isopropyl alcohol when cleaning electronics, especially if you're trying to get a sticky residue off of it, because it evaporates really quick.
Right.
So it's not going to damage the actual electronic components. So like I scrubbed down the motherboard, the board, everything with rubbing alcohol, fucking cleaned out all the dust, just fucking. It took about 2 hours from initial start of teardown to putting it back together and testing to make sure it worked. Now I can actually sit down and play a fucking video game for a couple hours and the system doesn't overheat.
Right.
That's good.
Fucking A.
And that saved me a lot of money, because I was talking to the local like little game store here that also does console repairs. And when I was explaining the symptoms to them, they're like, oh, well, it probably just needs new liquid metal, because the PlayStation uses a thermal compound called liquid metal, which is a bitch to fucking work with to begin with. I hate it.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I wouldn't have fucking done this if it was, I wouldn't do it myself. I would definitely, it's something I'd pay somebody else to do if I had to, but they're like, it probably just needs to have new liquid metal applied. And that's $65 for them to fucking do it. Me pulling it apart myself and fucking just cleaning all this dust out and it fixing the problem saved me fucking $65.
Nice.
Because I guarantee, even if I brought it to them, they'd have done the clean out part too. But then they would have still reapplied the fucking the liquid metal and charged me the $65 for doing that, even though that wasn't necessary.
So
I have a PC, so I don't have a need for an Xbox from the dungeon. That's the thing.
Yeah, but yeah, good morning from the dungeon. See, that's what you get for staying up late with BRVG yesterday, man. And late for old guys like us is 7 p.m. So
I know, right? Like we're getting to that time of life, right? Where it's like, man, it's 9 o'clock. I sure am getting tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and I just want to say, look, and I love Xbox. Me and Squilini have had this conversation. We love Microsoft, but it's just like they're just not doing it anymore. It's kind of crazy.
And then, like I just said, I mean, for like me and you, John, like we both have our gaming PCs, and with Game Pass for PC, and even not Game Pass for PC, anything that comes out on Xbox, you're able to purchase for fucking PC. Where Sony doesn't release all their shit straight to PC at the same time. So that's why we have a PS5, because if I want to play a fucking PlayStation exclusive without having to wait 2 to 3 fucking years to play it on PC,
right,
I have to have the PlayStation to fucking do that.
D, I'm telling you, man, come to the dark side. Right, Squilini, tell him, come to the dark side.
Dude, D, get you a fucking good, and again, I'll circle back to last week when I shared that fucking gaming laptop. You don't need to go spend fucking $1,700 on a fucking custom built PC. I mean, now if you do want to do that, D, I know a guy. I know a guy. I'm just saying, but you don't have to do that. You can go buy. There's plenty of fucking gaming laptops out there that are really fucking good quality for fucking a decent price that'll get you into the PC gaming area. And that's it.
Did you guys just have this conversation with me a couple weeks ago?
Literally last fucking weekend.
Last week. Was it last week? It was literally
it was last week.
That is true. Sony does need to, they do need to chill.
I mean, do I think, it's worth fucking $500 to buy a PS5? Fuck no. But at the same time, because I want to be able to play like the God of War games when they make new ones, or even fucking 6. The Spider-Man game, GTA 6, because that's not going to come to fucking PC for fucking
ever.
We
don't even know. They're not talking about PC at all.
No,
so we don't know.
How long?
Anybody like the fact that my hand's just floating in the air?
That is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
it's like
and where my ring is, it's fucking got my finger cut off.
It's like
use it to jerk off with.
Yeah. It's like Thing from fucking Addams Family, right? Like, do you think Thing ever gave like handies? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like
Gomez.
Like, I mean, it's
or
just
Lurch, the fucking Lurch.
Yeah, like, you gave handies to Lurch. Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Lurch is probably he's a minute man, it looks like, too.
I mean, Sony does definitely need to lower their prices, because I mean, when I saw what the PS5 Pro was going to fucking cost, I about had a fucking heart attack, because it's $200 more, $200 more for a console. And all they did was they upgraded the thermals. They put a little bit better of a processor in it, and they upgraded the storage from 1 terabyte to 2 terabytes.
So Squilini, how much did they put into that, you think? Would you calculate that as?
You stumped him. He's thinking. He's fucking thinking. You can see
I mean, honestly, from upgrading, because all they did was they took the PS5 Slim, they added a little bit newer of a fucking processor in it, some more RAM to give it a little bit more compute power, and a 2 terabyte hard drive instead of a 1 terabyte drive. I would say, realistically, it's only about from a manufacturing standpoint, it's only about a $50 fucking increase in manufacturing cost, if that. From a Slim to a fucking Pro. But again, here's the thing. Anybody want to know how much it cost Apple to manufacture this fucking phone?
What is it, like $40?
$10.
And how much does that cost?
$10.
How much
to manufacture the phone? $10 to manufacture the phone, but people still pay, like myself, but I do this because of the quality of the fucking product. Don, sit the fuck down. I know he can't fucking hear me. Sit the fuck down. But
what'd you expect from slave? What'd you expect from slave labor, John?
But the thing is,
this is crazy. Well, what's going on, Indrid? It's nice to see you.
And the thing is, they people buy it because the quality of the fucking product. That's why people buy the iPhones.
What from the dungeon is saying is exactly why I have no interest in going next gen right now. There's no fucking game.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally. I mean, but that's totally the fucking thing from the dungeon. Like, they do need to chill out with that because they're talking, like, they're already starting to talk about the fucking PS6, and we just had the fucking PS5 Pro drop fucking right before the holidays. Let's get
it's insane to do. Insane.
Let's look at fucking Microsoft real quick because this all happened because fucking D was like, that wouldn't happen if you had Xbox. What's Microsoft do before the holidays? They released 2 new Xboxes. They released the Series S in all black, and instead of it having a 0.5 terabyte of storage, they put a 1 terabyte drive in it, and they release it in all black. And then they release a Series X where it's got all the same hardware as the Series X, minus the fucking disk drive, where it's an all digital Series X with 2 terabytes of storage. And the all digitals, what Xbox did, and this is the one thing I will give props to fucking Xbox for. You want to know the difference between the 512 gigabyte version of the Series S and the 1 terabyte fucking all black model? $50 fucking dollars. Not $200. They just raised the price by $50. But that's because I can go to fucking, I could go buy a fucking 1 terabyte hard drive at the fucking Best Buy for $25 more than a fucking 0.5 terabyte hard drive. So, Xbox at least is not super upcharging when they do these minute upgrades. Mm-hmm. And then the Series X that doesn't have the disk drive but has 2 terabytes of storage is the same price as the black Series X that has a disk drive and 1 terabyte of storage. So they didn't even upcharge for the all digital version of the Series X. They just kept it at the same price and gave you an extra terabyte of space because they know now you can't use disks in that system, so you're going to need that extra space to store your fucking games. This is the one and only time you're going to hear me talk good about a fucking corporation.
Well, when they do, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging when somebody does something right.
Exactly.
And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with standards. It should just be fucking standard. If somebody does something right, acknowledge it, possibly reward it with your fucking money, with your hard-earned money, right? Yeah. And then move on. You know what I mean? Whatever. But that's why we call shit out on here, good, bad, or ugly. So if they do something right, we're not afraid to say, yeah, they made a good decision on that one. We get we get uppity about we get very uppity on this show about corporate bullshit because they've basically like chopped and sliced and diced our fucking shit in this country to the point where like people are paying to fucking breathe air. You know what I mean? Like that, like it's like Spaceball shit. You know what I mean? Like we don't. We're fucking better than that. So it's like, and it sucks that we even have to acknowledge when we're saying that a corporation is doing something good in a way, because like that's how the expectation is that they're just corporate cocksucks and they're just gonna they're gonna rape and pillage no matter what, right?
And that's why out of all like the video game industry, the only company that has continuously gotten praise for me over these years is fucking Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo is.
Because Nintendo the way Japanese culture fucking works, and they still go under old Japanese culture beliefs, unlike fucking Sony, because you got to think both Nintendo and Sony are from fucking Japan.
No, Sony's from Korea, man. I thought Sony was Korean. What's the Korean one? Samsung. God damn it. You're right. So,
but Sony's gotten greedy over the fucking years where Nintendo's like, we just want to fucking provide quality fucking gaming for the fucking masses.
What a fucking concept. Right? Like,
so it's one of those things. It's like,
it shouldn't be this hard. And we have run this conversation into the ground on this show about how much we despise profits over quality. You know what I mean?
Now, one thing I will give props to Sony for, and this is something we were talking about earlier before the show, and I said I was going to bring it up and mention it, is so back, I would say end of 2023, Sony released a accessory for the PS5 called the PlayStation Portal. Pretty much it is like a Nintendo Switch or a Steam Deck or any of the like handheld gaming computers / consoles, but for PlayStation. The only issue that I had with it that kept me from fucking buying one this entire time that I've had a PlayStation 5 is the fact that you had to have a stable internet connection and connect to your PS5 to be able to use this handheld. Well, Sony has now released an update to the software for the PlayStation Portal where you don't even need a PS5 anymore to use the device. Because with cloud gaming, they've decided to push an update. All you have to do is sign into your PlayStation account and have a PlayStation Plus membership, which only costs like $160 a year. And you can access the entire PlayStation game library that's on PlayStation Plus and just stream games straight from the fucking cloud to this handheld device without the need for a PlayStation.
Okay.
The reason I find that good is because, like, in my house, we have one PS5. So if I want to play one of my PlayStation games and the wife wants to play something on the PlayStation, if I had the Portal before, we couldn't both play the PlayStation at the same time. If I were to go buy the Portal now, I could sit on the couch and play on the fucking Portal, whatever game I want. She can fucking play on the TV and we can both play at the same fucking time.
It's good for households where you have multiple gamers, basically.
Yeah. Because the Portal's only $200 compared to the $500 it costs for a PS5. So, you know, you're saving a little bit of money there instead of having to have multiple consoles in your house.
Right. Makes sense to me. And that's not a bad thing. So, yeah.
But
yeah. Fucking A.
Outside of that, fuck Jay. You're weak.
Oh, God. Like, well, it was a week, as always, in the magical dumpster fire land of Jay. It was a week, right? No, I already spoke a little bit about. I made it to group therapy this week. That was really good. That I enjoyed seeing some of the boys and just being able to like talk. That was New Year's Eve. Like I said, I didn't do much New Year's Eve except listen to the Gaza Strip erupt around me, and that was kind of cool too. But no, when I got back. The week before, when I got back from Christmas in Colorado, I traveled to Colorado. I was already starting to see weather forecasts for this weekend, being about a week and a half out at the time. It was about a week and a half out. And then the forecast models kept getting worse until they finally came out and said, like, yeah, you guys are going to get hit with like a polar vortex. And for those of you guys not in the know, it's basically when like Arctic, wind and weather dips very far south to the point where like it goes across our portion of the continent. And so we're getting a winter storm right now. And this shit has been it's been forecast for like a week now, like over a week, basically at this point. And so I knew after New Year's, like I needed to hit the grocery store. And I needed to have a couple things ready to go because, like, once the storm hit, I'm stuck in my house. Like, legitimately, like, not going anywhere. Roads are not good. If you don't need to be out, don't be out. Like, this is the shit. Like, they put it out. Like the local city governments put out like, do not travel if you don't need to. Like, emergency only, or if you absolutely have to. And so, the storm started yesterday. So this week was spent kind of like slowly prepping for, I just wanted to make sure I had like the refrigerators topped off with food. I've got stuff in the pantry, stuff to make food with. I got candles.
Here.
I got candles. I got candles if the power goes out, which it would get really cold, but I already have extra blankets. I live in a functionally domesticated household, right? So I already have extra blankets, but I don't have a fireplace. So if the power goes out, it's going to get cold in here real fast. And like, well, it started from the dungeon. It started yesterday, and yesterday wasn't that bad, but it instantly turned the roads to ice. It was like a freezing rain. It was like sleet. And yesterday there was like 1 million car accidents. And like, you could probably, if you look up like local Kansas City news, the first 3 stories are going to be of like the hellhole it was apparently on the roads yesterday. I was already safely in my house. I have not left my house since Friday. Like I knew when I went to bed on Friday night, like when I woke up on Saturday morning, I'm not leaving the house probably for the next week. Like I already had that in my head. So I got all my shit, got my food, got a couple of extra items. You know what I mean? I obviously had to stock up a little bit on tobacco, stock up a little bit on that Dr. Green Thumb shit, right? You know, had to stock up a little bit on my PBRs. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that was all yesterday. That was all yesterday. Today, well, we got the snow today. It's like we're under a blizzard warning right now. If you look up local weather in Kansas City, we're under a blizzard warning, which means it's happening. And which a warning means the difference between a watch and a warning is a watch means conditions are favorable. A warning means it's fucking happening. Dylan, I want to say I've got about 4 right now. I've got about 4.
Dude, we ain't got shit over here. The sky is baby blue.
Actually, it's probably a little bit more.
Y'all want to see? I bet you if I walk outside, it smells like fucking snow here. And that's how I can prove how fucking country I am. I can smell snow before it fucking starts.
I want to get this is the most snow. This is the most whose house is this?
So this is my back door, okay. But you can tell from the sky that we're getting something.
It's coming. Yeah. Well, when it like Kansas City does get weather, we do get snow, but like we don't get a lot at one time. It might snow like a few times in the wintertime or whatever. It's usually like it's a dusting or an inch or two and it goes away after a couple days, whatever. We're getting hit right now. It's not going to stop snowing until like 1:00 in the morning tonight, going into Monday. And I'm looking at this shit. I told the boys here that we had 4 inches, and I'm looking at it now, and it's like we're probably encroaching on 5, which means, and it's not stopping. So it's gonna be probably like 8+, and like we don't hardly ever get that much.
The fucking
fuck you! Oh fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh.
Good thing. I'll tell you this much. Good thing the fucking Chiefs are playing in fucking Denver this week. That's all I can say.
Because that game would have been canceled, wouldn't it?
They would have to go to a neutral site. Yeah, they probably would have had to go to a neutral site, like almost guaranteed. Like they shut down the airport yesterday a couple times. The Chiefs were late getting into Denver. The Chiefs charter jet was supposed to take off. They got stuck on the tarmac for 4 hours before they finally got to go to Denver. 4 hours.
Holy shit.
That was yesterday. Can you imagine if they were playing today?
Yeah,
you know
fuck that.
Like it wouldn't have been good. Like it wouldn't have been good. And so good thing the Chiefs are playing in Denver. But so yeah, I'm stuck in my fucking house. Like all the food, all the drink, all the smoke, whatever I need, I had to get it before yesterday, and I did. That was my week after the New Year's passed. Those next 2 days, New Year's Day and Thursday and Friday, those days were comprised of like grocery store shopping. Did you forget anything? Go back and get it if you forgot something. And any errands you need to run, get it done by Friday. That's it. Because like once yesterday hit, I'm not leaving that. I don't even have the ability to leave my house right now. I wouldn't want to put like an Uber car driver in danger trying to come pick me up right now. Because it's like it's nasty out there. It's super nasty. And it's like, and we're getting a blizzard right now, and it's 17 degrees here right now, and the temperature is basically still falling. Tomorrow the high is going to be like 12 or 13, and the low is going to be like -1. That's tomorrow. So like all this bullshit that's falling right now is just going to freeze, like overnight, and then the temperature's not going above freezing until like next weekend. You can check your weather outlook for like Kansas City. We're not going above freezing until like next weekend. So like none of the shit's going away. They can plow it, but all they're doing is just moving it. It's not melting. None of this shit's gonna melt. So there's just gonna be piles and piles of fucking snow for probably the next 2 or 3 weeks minimum. Like this is a no shit event. It's like a weather event. Like,
well, that's
you remember last year when Mahomes cracked his helmet in the playoffs? That bitter cold game we had.
Oh yeah.
The temperatures are not that low, but it is the exact same kind of an event. It's a polar vortex. And this year we got snow with it. We got snow. So it ain't no joke. Like you should have been stocking up a few days ago if you didn't stock up. If you're an employer and you're making your fucking employees go in to some bullshit job on a day like today, you're the fucking problem. You're the reason there's so many fucking accidents on the road. This is the shit where you like stay the fuck inside. Stay the fuck inside. There's no reason to even go out right now. That's zero.
One thing that kind of annoys me with the field my wife went into. So because she works in public health and part of her job is emergency response in situations like inclement weather where there's a lot of snow or hurricanes and shit like that. If they have to open the shelters, she has to go in.
Right. And which means she has to drive, right? And no, I don't ask these two. I don't eat a lot of sweets, dude. Like I don't.
Nah.
Every once in a while, birthday
there is not a sweet bone in Jay's body.
I get a wild hair every once in a while. I might pick up a bag of candy if I'm doing like an overnight shift doing security somewhere. I might get like a candy bar, but it's so rare. It is so fucking rare. Like if I'm at a birthday party, I'll eat a slice of birthday cake. You know, that's part of the deal, right? You go to a birthday party.
I don't eat birthday cake unless it's homemade.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's so rare. Like I eat meat.
And that's exactly why once I get into my fucking house this year, once you get your shit squared away, Jay, you got to make a road trip.
North Cackalack. Yeah. Once I get North Cackalack.
Once you get your car and you get your shit squared away, it's John, Frenchie.
That'll be
North Carolina.
That'll be the first test of the new car. Will be like, can it make it to the fucking East Coast and back? Like, because that's not hard for me. We'll
have a fucking guest room and everything. You got a fucking place to stay. You don't need fucking shit.
All we have to do is plan it out because, like, as long as I know like a little bit ahead of time, I can just know not to sign up for work, and I can just. I very fortunate in that regard. For all the things in life I'm unfortunate in, like. I do kind of make my own schedule, so I do have that going for me.
We plan that. I'll take an extended weekend, so that way, we can fucking.
I want, dude, like your barbecue. I need it. I need it. Like, and yeah, and see, and
I'll put my meat in both of y'all's mouths.
Thank you, and see from the dungeon, like Joe's meat is sweet to me. That's all the sweetness I need is Joe's meat in my mouth. Okay.
As John's trying not to fucking crack up over here. Frenchie's probably in the fucking background laughing her ass off.
Yeah, because she could hear you guys, And Jay's over here talking about putting Joe's meat in his mouth. Because Joe makes meat at home. He smokes meat. Yeah, Frenchie knows.
Yeah.
And
Jay
wants.
Well, that's the thing. That's why we got to make it a fucking crew event. You and Frenchie come down too.
Did you hear what she just said?
I'll put my meat in your wife's mouth too. Don't worry. Because I know what she fucking said. I'm just fucking going to play off of that one.
Oh, shit.
That's great. That's fucking great.
No, honestly, if you guys see the photos, this guy needs like a fucking photo book of all the meats that he has smoked because they look delectable.
It's delicious. I guarantee you I cannot begin to tell you. Like I can look at what he does when he grills his shit, and it's fucking immaculate.
Yeah, this is immaculate. This is going to be Joe's food company. It's going to be called In Your Mouth. Where are we going?
Joe's meat in your mouth.
Where we're going to go? Oh, we're going to Joe's. Why? Because we're going to put his meat in our mouths.
Let's see. This was the turkey I did.
What, for Thanksgiving?
No, before Thanksgiving.
This is going to be a t-shirt.
So that's the turkey I did.
Yep.
I got to end screen share because I don't want to.
There was a pork butt. There was a pork butt you did earlier this year that looked like the shit was just like, it would just like fall apart in your mouth. You know what I mean? Just like melt in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
here's the last pork shoulder I did.
Yep.
After it came off, after it was fucking shredded.
Yep. Fucking A.
Fucking mac and cheese and shit. Oh yeah.
My God.
It was a fucking good pork shoulder. First thing I'm doing first thing I'm doing when we get into the new place is a fucking brisket. And that's just for the mere fact of the last brisket I did, I fucked up. And to this day, I'm still pissed about it.
You're like still irritated about it. You feel personal shame because like you didn't do it right like the last time. So you have to make up for yourself.
Well, and then like I'll even bust out the fucking smoker and smoke a fucking steak at breakfast time and do fucking steak and eggs.
Fucking A.
That's steak and eggs is common. That was a big. We always made steak and eggs for the defect breakfast too. So
yeah, but what I'll do is I'll smoke the steak for like an hour, and then I pull it off and I'll sear it in my cast iron.
That's a long time to wait for breakfast, dog.
Hey man,
well, that's why I'm getting up an hour before fucking everybody else.
Yeah, it's like
Joe, you're getting a lot of backers here on your meat plate on your meat company here. Your meat
mouth meat. Here. I like that. Where Joe puts his meat in your mouth. I love it.
You got a lot of backers here, man. A lot of backers. So
everybody needs Joe's meat in their mouth, dude. I'm telling you.
I mean, the thing is, it's my fucking comfort zone. Like, I love to just fucking sit down, fucking make some fucking food. Just it's relaxation for me. Like, and honestly, at some point, and I've even told the wife this, I do want to, once I can perfect brisket, then I'm fucking going to start like a catering side business or something where I do, barbecue and shit for like weddings or fucking Sweet 16s. I don't fucking give a shit, events like that. And, she'll do the sides because she can fucking cook a mean fucking mac and cheese homemade. Right. Like, she's great at fucking sides.
I got a couple recipes for you too, if you need, like for some of the other southern sides. Like, I got a couple recipes. Believe it or not.
I do. So I make collards. Like, she's never done collards before, but I make a mean fucking collard.
Interesting. That's very like mine's like potato casserole, green bean casserole. Like they're basic. Yeah. They're basic, but they're so goddamn good. You know what I mean? It's very Midwestern / Southern. Very, very Midwestern / Southern. You know what I mean? Like a good deviled egg recipe, you'll be the highlight of every fucking party you ever go to.
So I actually do a smoked deviled egg.
Oh Jesus!
So I take the eggs and I smoke them to hard boil them. Then I take the smoked eggs, I make the fucking yolk mixture, and then I use a candied jalapeno, homemade smoked bacon, and I chop up the candied jalapeno and the smoked bacon, and I mix that into the yolk mixture.
There you go.
Smoked deviled eggs with candied jalapeno and bacon.
What I'm hearing is this is like a hobby for you, and that's when we talk about like, we have different conversations on this show about like different things we need to do sometimes as veterans to continue our progress down the path, so to speak, after service, right? After service. And I think it's really cool that you found like a love for cooking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's a hobby. It's not like it sounds like it, and you're passionate about it. You care. You can hear it. You can hear it in your voice that you care about.
Watch this guy come back with a whole raw piece of meat right now.
Here we fucking go. Here it comes. Here we go.
He's about to go get something.
Joe's about to pull his fucking meat out. Like, I hope y'all are ready. This is why we have a disclaimer at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is exactly why we have a disclaimer at the beginning. I just want to let you know that. Okay.
He's about to pull out raw meat on the show. We're about to see how this
We're not going to stop him. I'm not going to stop him. Are you going to stop him? I'm not going to stop him. I'm like, nope. I'm like, nope. Oh, what's he got?
He's still got his pants on, so it's safe.
What happened? What happened?
I had the little vacuum that the wife uses to fucking vacuum the couch with in the fucking office, and she needed it.
Oh, we thought you went to go get some raw meat or something. We saw you come back with your pants on.
Thought you're gonna come back with like a load like a 50-pound hunk of fucking like deer leg or something on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
So, but I mean, to circle back to what you were saying before I had to step away. I mean, that is something, you know, it's one of those things, like as a vet, as a combat vet, especially, you know, with all the fucking trauma we go through, finding something that you enjoy in your free time. And that's, I think, kind of what's kept me from jumping on the bandwagon of doing like a meal service or a catering business with it, because I don't want to lose that enjoyment in it.
Right. Right.
Like right now, it's a hobby. I have no problem cooking for friends and family because it's a fucking hobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have that feeling that like once I turn it into a fucking business, I might lose enjoyment in doing.
That is a risk you probably would be taking.
And that's a huge risk you're taking anytime you take something you love and turn it into a business. I mean, if we circle back to Dylan from earlier when we were talking about 24, you know, he took his love of gaming and turned it into a fucking business in 2024, and then it turned into
not so cool. Not
so cool.
Doesn't mean the dream is dead. Does not mean the dream is dead. But like,
I actually want to bring him up too because I mean, he's been doing amazing stuff, to be honest with you. I don't even know if you guys have seen it. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
What you got?
This man.
Oh yeah, his fucking weight loss journey.
Really?
It is.
Show your J. Show your J. I want to see.
He's definitely not fucking skipped leg day like John.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, fucking A, dude. Good job.
Look at that.
Absolutely. Well played, sir. Well played. Well fucking played. Yes.
Nato, what a interesting thing to say.
That's one hell of a way to come into fucking the conversation, Nato.
How you doing, my brother? Thank you for coming. Yeah, but Dylan, man, you're doing great with, I mean,
I'm all about that shit. I'm all about that shit.
Hold on. Let's look at the progress here, even when it comes to the fucking cellular device in his hand. He went from like an iPhone 7 to a fucking 15.
I wouldn't know. I didn't.
Yeah, well,
that's good shit though. That's good shit. It don't take much. It really
doesn't.
It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of discipline, and that's we already know the right answer, right? Everyone already knows the right fucking answer. We did it. We did it every day in the fucking army. We know we know what right looks like, right? So
and that's the thing. Like that's my thing. So like 2024, I quit fucking nicotine.
Right.
2025,
both of you fucks did. Both of you fucking
2025, I'm losing the fucking weight.
Fucking get some, dude. Fucking get some. Like,
and that's because I mean, right. So I'm 5'10". I weigh fucking 325 pounds.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
I've got fucking a lot of. I mean, Jay, you've seen me in person.
Yeah, well, and you're just a little bit. You're just a little bit. You're just a little bit short. You're just a little bit shorter than me, but you've got $125 more than I weigh.
I mean, and the thing is, I'm a little bit, broader too. Like even in my shoulder area, I'm a little bit wider than you.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
But all my weight is stomach. It's all in my fucking gut.
We'll get there, brother. We will get there.
So it's like, this year, my goal is by the end of 2025 to be down to fucking 200.
Do you guys remember like all the shit like Diamond Dallas Page does, like with the yoga and stuff?
Yeah, DDP.
We were actually in group therapy this week. We were actually talking about like yoga, where it was like not if you're not trying to fucking be on like fucking pain pills for the rest of your fucking life, and you're just you kind of get stuck in that rut. But yoga is like it can be very effective for reintroducing range of motion and being able to move and like be physically active like you haven't been in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just we get stuck in these little modes in our life, and all of a sudden you're like, damn, like,
and that's like part of what I was looking at, like me and the wife, like as we're packing and getting ready for our move, like I go to my local like sporting goods store that also sells firearms. I go there to buy my fucking ammo and shit, just to, keep stocking up on fucking ammo for my guns and make sure I've got a surplus of that. Well, now with us moving, I've also been going over to like the exercise equipment and like pricing out treadmills and, you know, exercise bikes and shit like that, because I've got a whole fucking basement at the new house.
Right.
And I could set up a fucking home gym in.
That's I have one down in my basement right now. And it's like I have a membership to a gym. I haven't had a car for a minute, so I haven't been able to do that. So yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like I've got a whole fucking basement, and it's like,
why not?
I'm gonna go get a gym membership to begin with, because it's gonna take a while to build out a home gym. To be honest with you,
you always start slow. You don't.
And I'm going to go, you know, get a fucking membership at like fucking Planet Fitness and just go use the treadmill or the exercise bikes. I'm not going to fucking do weights right away. First, I want to drop the fucking weight. Then I want to bulk up and add muscle.
Well, even if you use weights, I mean, I would just encourage like low weight, high reps.
Well, yeah, low weight,
high reps. Like,
yeah.
We're getting to that age where like you don't need to be able to bench press 500 pounds once. You need to be able to fucking bench press 1 pound 500 times.
Yes.
I need to be able to fucking drag a fucking 200-pound body out of my fucking house after I shoot them because they broke in.
Correct.
Yeah. And I kind of want to go back to this because I'm cracking up over this. And then,
I mean, don't we all? Is that not? Don't we all? Oh. Well, NATO. That's a $1 million idea. I think a few people have had that idea before you. But I would encourage
the entire porn industry.
There's got to be a new idea. There's got to be a new idea. There's got to be
something else that can be done with big booty women.
I don't think you guys want Jay to really chime in on this one. Like
Oh no, I'm totally trying to fucking get Jay to chime in on this one. He's like, "Fuck you, Joe."
God damn
fucking asshole.
So yeah, like, so you remember like when we were talking about how well you make your meats, right? And like how good how good they are in your mouth. You know what I mean? So yeah, like big booty women and me, like it's one of those like I start salivating a little bit, you know, like I start getting hungry. I start getting hungry. I start feeling the fire. Yeah. And then it's kind of like if metaphorically speaking, if we're in the forest, right? If we're in the forest, I'm on the attack. Like I'm hunting. And now I'm hunting. Okay. So like it's a whole different area of meat in my mouth, but I'm happy to eat. I'm always starving. All right. So,
oh man. So you have anything else about your Snowmageddon before we get to the end?
No. I'm based like that's the joke. Is like it's still coming down, and it's not going to stop until like early, like tomorrow morning, and then I'm good. Like today is the actual day. Like I'm actually officially stuck in my house. In theory, I could have left and done like a small thing or two here or there, but I didn't, obviously, just for safety reasons. Today, I'm officially stuck in my house. Like I'm not leaving my house. I can't. Like it's bad. Like this is what I've been here. I've been to Kansas. I've been back to Kansas.
Do you have salt?
I don't need it. I don't have a car. Don't fucking need it. I don't need to salt my driveway if I ain't driving my fucking car.
What about your walkway?
No, it's fucked. Nope. I'll be walking on top of snow.
So you're nomad in that shit this week.
I'm not leaving. I'm not like I had to stock when I say I stocked up, I literally mean I am not leaving the confines of my property, my domicile, probably until at the earliest Thursday or Friday. But the reality is probably not till next weekend. I'm stuck in the house like for this entire week. Like I'm not
just to kind of, because we're talking about this and, you know, you asked about salt. Here's my thing. Growing up with a northern family in the fucking South, in my emergency preparedness kit, you want to know what I keep in the fucking trunk of my car during the winter?
A gun.
Blankets. Water.
So emergency blankets.
Yep.
Flares.
Yep.
And a thing of fucking cat litter.
Cat litter.
Not salt.
Cat litter works.
The cat litter will absorb the moisture from the fucking ice under your tires and allow your tires to gain fucking traction.
Yep.
No shit.
It's a thing. That is definitely a thing.
And it works a lot fucking faster than fucking salt.
Yeah. Salt is like what you would put down like before it starts snowing.
You put the salt down before / so you put a layer of salt when you're going to use rock salt to like salt your driveway or your sidewalks or your stairs, you do it right before it starts. Then once it starts, you add another layer. Then about 2 hours after it starts, you add another layer, and you keep like every so many hours, add more salt to what's already there to keep it from fucking freezing and icing and sticking. Where cat litter is after the fact.
Yep. That's cat litter is more like you're already fucked. So
you're already fucked. You're needing to use your entrenching tool to dig out the fucking tires because you've dug a rut in the fucking snow, and now you need to fucking gain traction, so you're throwing fucking cat litter down to absorb the fucking moisture from the fucking snow and ice.
Last year, when we got the polar vortex last January, about a year ago, there was a couple times I couldn't make it up my driveway, so I had to park my car on the side of the road until like the next day, like until like it warmed up basically to get my car like all the way up into my driveway.
Well, that's the thing, like growing up, because again, like we were talking earlier, Jay, the South, like here in North Carolina, we don't get a lot of snow. And when we do, it's fucking bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's growing up in the country, you know, we had country stores and shit like that within a fucking decent radius of the house and whatnot. We just, when it would snow, vehicles stayed parked in the fucking driveway. We'd pull out the fucking four-wheelers and dirt bikes.
Yep. That makes perfect sense to me because like you can't.
We'd use the fucking ATVs and the fucking dirt bikes to get to like the country store if we need to go grab something.
When I say it's quiet right now, it's quiet. Nobody's out right now. Like nobody with any sense is out right now in Kansas City. It's quiet as fuck right now. Like it's. Yeah. I haven't heard any sirens this entire morning since I woke up. I have not heard a single siren
in high school.
That's unheard of for
my area. Through high school. I worked at one of the little, country stores about 3 miles from the fucking house. And when we would get a bad snowstorm, I would hop on the fucking tractor and fucking take the tractor to fucking work.
The temperature.
I would take the tractor, the four-wheeler, or the fucking dirt bike to work.
Yeah, because you have to.
If it was fucking snow and ice.
Because you have to. When last year's event, the temperature was way worse.
Yes,
The temperature was a lot colder last year, but we didn't have any snow. This year we got bad temperatures and snow. So it's I've been back in Kansas City for about 3 years. This is the most snow I've ever seen in one storm. It's still coming down. So when I say I'm stuck in my house, like this is it. I got my fucking PS4. I got my fucking football this afternoon. And as long as the power doesn't go out, I mean, I've got what I need. And if the power does go out, I've got candles and extra blankets, and I'm just gonna have to ride that shit out. Because I'm not leaving the house. There's nowhere for me to go. There is nowhere for me to go. Yeah. This is the safest place for me and Fred the cat. You know what I mean? No, fuck no, dude. No, fuck no, I don't miss Arizona. Are you fucking? I love this shit. I want it to be cold. No, I like weather.
From the dungeon, I know John kind of nodded yes to me being from Hardy Boy country, but yes, I'm from fucking Hardy Boy country.
Did the Chiefs mess you up your day by winning again this year?
Oh, yeah, Jay, stop it.
Sorry, we keep
fucking
winning.
Christ. But that's the thing. Like before it starts fucking getting really bad, like I've got to fucking make a run up to not the liquor store, but Total Wine and More to get more boxes for fucking packing shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, if you ever move, the best place to get boxes are liquor stores or anywhere that sells fucking alcohol, and you get those alcohol boxes because they're thicker and they're better quality fucking cardboard.
When I moved in here last year, I have a detached 1-car garage. It's an older house. But I have a detached 1-car garage. I still have a stack of fucking boxes that I didn't throw any of the boxes away when I moved. I kept every single one of them because I was like, because you never know if you're gonna need to. You never know if you're gonna need to pack shit. Oh, here we go. Oh, this
Jesus fucking Christ! Can we not
That's
with
two
this shit today?
people now you
Can
get
we not
now you're
today
getting
because
it
this
from
just
two
sends
people
Jay on a
now,
whole
Jay.
fucking rant because he's a Swiftie.
I'm from the motherfucker. Okay, I don't want to hear this bullshit. All right, I'm from the motherfucker. All right. Fuck you
There
guys.
we go with the cliche fucking state tattoos also.
It's a city. It's a city, motherfucker. It's a city. Jesus.
State, city, fucking same thing.
Damn,
Whatever.
Schooling,
The
I
only
didn't
fucking city
think
that
you were gonna
matters
do
in fucking
that.
Missouri is fucking Kansas City. Fuck
Thank
St.
you.
Louis.
Fuck St. Louis. Thank you. That is correct.
St. Louis is, I've never seen a bigger hive of fucking scum and villainy in my life. St. Louis is the fucking Moss Isley of the fucking Midwest.
St. Louis.
That's how I feel about the New York Mets.
That's what have we said on here before? St. Louis is like the westernmost eastern city, and Kansas City is like the easternmost western city. And there is such a
That's the thing. Like,
there's a huge
because
difference between those two cities. Like,
you know, I've been to fucking St. Louis before fucking I ever fucking came to Kansas City. In St. Louis, people are fucking assholes. And then when we did our Kansas City trip last year, it was nothing but polite, fucking nice motherfuckers that we met. I felt like I was still in
the South,
on the southern east fucking coast when I was in fucking Kansas City. Where when I was in St. Louis, I was afraid I was going to get fucking mugged.
Oh Jesus! I just want to say, Nato, if you're not talking shit, you're not having fun, man. Bring it in.
Right. That's what we do. You're fine, baby. You're fine. That's what we like here. That's what we like here. That's exactly what this is for. You know, St. Louis has its own vibe, and I think that's ultimately kind of what we're getting at. St. Louis has its own vibe, but but St. Louis is how would I put this? It's an older city, so it like when we say it's like the westernmost eastern city. It's got an old school East Coast vibe, even though it's fucking St. Louis. Kansas City is like the easternmost western city, and you get a lot more of a western vibe from Kansas City. Like,
that's the funny thing there, Dylan, because of the fact that you live in fucking Illinois, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you're an hour from St. Louis, Missouri, and Chicago is also a fucking shithole in my opinion.
I can't speak on that. I haven't spent any time there.
But honestly, I would rather live an hour from fucking St. Louis than fucking an hour from Chicago.
St. Louis has its parts that aren't too bad. I'm sure there's plenty of good people there, but Kansas City's kind of like going through a renaissance right now, and St. Louis had its renaissance like 15 years ago. So St. Louis has been kind of like on the downslope, and Kansas City's been on like the upslope. And so that's kind of what's happening. And I just happened to get out of the Army and land back in Kansas City while she's going through a renaissance. So like Kansas City's like the happy.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Jay. I'm trying to convince the wife for us to fucking move up that way.
It ain't gonna hurt, dude. Like shit's still cheaper, dude. Shit's still cheaper.
It's fucking saying. You're going through the renaissance right now, so shit hasn't started fucking blowing up in price.
Not yet.
So the cost of living's a lot fucking cheaper.
It's cheaper than
down this way.
Cheaper than St. Louis too. Everybody sleeps. I'm telling you, everybody sleeps on Kansas City. Everyone sleeps on Kansas City.
Kansas City is a beautiful town. Even when I
really
went there, I loved it. I mean, it's the one other place that I feel safe. But my number one place is always going to be, New York.
Hey, home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
Home is where
New York.
My parents moved to Arizona when I was 4 years old, and for some reason, I'm stubborn as shit, and it just stuck in my craw. I'm from Kansas City, so I always wanted to come back. It just took me 35 fucking years to get back here.
Exactly.
That's I just had to wait a while, So yeah, I'm still discovering this motherfucker. Like, there's places I've been here for 3 years. I still have not explored the Northland, and I'm familiar with the Northland.
Have you gone and tried fucking grinders yet?
No, and I still haven't gone to that. I still haven't gone to the Presidente either. I still haven't gone. A fucking
drum room?
No car, dude. No car.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I can't.
My thing is, if you're gonna hit the Presidente, that's an Uber situation, my guy.
It might be, but I need to be working more so that I'm not spending $50 on a round trip on Uber before I even start buying booze. You know what I mean?
Like,
yeah,
like cold hell.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I completely understand because of that.
That's a day.
Like,
that's
Grinder is that you get your car, you just fucking drive downtown, you fucking park right there on the street for free for the fucking 2 hours. You go in, you have a couple beers, you eat a pizza, you go fucking home.
Yeah, and
but the Presidente and going to the drum room, that's 100%. You're gonna have to fucking Uber.
Well, yeah, and then I also need to make sure I have enough money in my bank account to buy what I want off the menu for whatever drinks I get. And so that's like an event I have to plan for. That's like when you walk out of the door, you're gonna be spending $100. Just walking out your door, you're spending $100. That's one of those days. That's one of those. That days.
Whiskey that was on my bucket list that they had that I didn't end up fucking spending the money on and trying, even though it was my birthday weekend. I finally fucking tried.
And then, how was it? How was it? Are you glad you didn't get it? Are you glad you didn't buy it?
I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it when I was on that trip. Kind of glad I waited till after I got home and I found it at a fucking local place here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd have been pissed off if I spent $65 on a fucking ounce pour when I was in Casey.
Fuck no. I ain't doing that. I'll never buy a $60 shot. No fucking way. I'll buy mixed drinks. I'll buy mixed drinks where they make all the magic happen. And
yeah, when I got it here, I got it from the that place Forgotten Roads. I've talked about it a lot here. It's a veteran-owned brewery, and they have a tap room here. And the owner's really big into bourbons and whiskeys also.
Yeah.
He had the exact same bottle on his shelf. Well, all of his he prices for 2-ounce pours instead of 1-ounce pours. Okay. And the 2-ounce pour was the same price as a 1-ounce pour at the fucking drum room.
Interesting.
So
that shit better give me a fucking BJ, dude.
But see, here's the other thing. Here's the thing, though, Jay. The difference between KC or Missouri and North Carolina is North Carolina is a fucking government-controlled state when it comes to alcohol, where Kansas City is private.
Dude, Kansas City is it's like free range. Yeah. Free range, like nobody gives a fuck. Like it's all like alcohol. It's so
here that bar got that bottle for fucking MSRP, where in Kansas City that bottle cost them probably fucking secondary prices, which it was the 18-year Whistle Pig on the secondary market. That's like a $2,500 bottle.
Fuck no.
MSRP, it's a fucking $400 bottle.
Dude, $2,500, I'll fucking age the shit myself for 18 years and then drink it.
You know, there used to be this place called the Continental in New York, and they used to charge $2 a shot.
It also depends on what you're fucking getting, John. Well, because I can go to the fucking bars around here and get a $2 shot of some really shitty fucking liquor.
Well, yeah, you can drink whiskey all fucking day. I think what we're getting at though is like there's got to be a goddamn ceiling, because I'm not paying $60 for a shot. Like nothing is worth that much. Nothing.
That's why,
you know what I mean? That shit better have like fairy dust and like magical tears and like all the things inside. And then while I get a strokey from like an able-bodied beautiful woman, you know what I mean, while I'm drinking it. You know what I mean? I'm not paying $60 for a shot.
What I've been sipping on is Willet Rye. And this bottle, you want to know how much? So I paid $70 for a bottle of this in North Carolina. Secondary market, I just fucking looked it up. You want to know how much this fucking bottle cost on the secondary?
How much?
$300.
Oh, fuck no. God damn it, dude. See, I cannot abide
so,
that.
And that's the thing.
Kind of
but see, that's the thing, Jay. In Kansas City, that's the type of prices you're going to see, because it's not a state-controlled beverage system where in North Carolina.
Fucking A.
The nice thing with it not being state-controlled is you've got more options to try to find shit, where with state-controlled, it kind of sucks because a lot of the liquor stores will sell it for. A lot of the liquor stores have contracts with like the restaurants and bars first.
Yeah.
So they get the allocated stuff, and bars and restaurants get first dibs before the general public.
Right.
So some stuff's harder to fucking find, but when you do find it, you're getting it for actual fucking MSRP instead of that fucking markup.
Well, that's fair.
Where,
fair.
like in Kansas City, when the day that we went home, when we stopped at that fucking little gas station with you, and I got, the 2 little fucking shooters, a fucking Jack.
Yeah.
And you got your little shooters or whatever, and we mixed them into our fucking Coke bottles and just drank it that way.
Yeah, we made hand grenades.
Yeah.
I call those hand grenades.
They had a bottle of one of my favorite, cheaper fucking end fucking whiskeys, Buffalo Trace. They had the liter bottle or the half-gallon bottle.
Mm-hmm.
MSRP for that bottle was $50. At that fucking gas station, they were asking $100 for that fucking bottle.
I believe it. Buffalo Trace kind of
and that's because it's an allocated item, and because of the fact that you're not state controlled in Missouri, they're allowed to charge whatever the fuck they want when they do obtain a fucking bottle of it.
Where are you going to pull up to? It's 7 degrees there. Are you sure you want to drive right now, Ingrid? Like it's going to be 7 degrees here.
Dylan.
Indrid. I thought it said Ingrid. I'm sorry.
Indrid.
My apologies. Indrid. There it is. I can see it now.
Indrid.
I love it.
I love it. We're past our time right now. We gotta close the door. No, this was an amazing show. Lots of flowing, lots of people were here today. Jesus Christ.
It's 12 people in there right now. Look at that shit. It's like huge. It's like these are like huge numbers for us. We got like a whole dozen people in here.
We just sold out a hole in the wall bar.
Yeah. Basically, we're working our way up, ladies and gents. We're working our way up.
Yeah, and I have to do this, and I'll do it real quick. I promise. So you already know what you have to hit, Jay. Get ready.
It's already there.
If you guys want to make a podcast like us, or if you guys want to stream video games or podcasts, or just make your content, click on the link that's in the description below and sign up for Streamlabs Ultra. Famcast Media did it. Okay, from the dungeon did it. He did it. He came from StreamYards and made the switch to Streamlabs, and he's doing really fucking good right now. Everybody loves Streamlabs. I love Streamlabs, and Streamlabs loves me. I mean, they sent me a hat. They're sending me a sweater that's going to be here in a couple days because I'm a diamond member, and you could be a diamond member too. Make sure you click the link today. And then,
real quick, before we go into our final thought, this is that bottle that I was talking about where it was $60 for a fucking shot.
Jesus fucking Christ. Whistle Pig 18.
Huh. And they want $60 a shot of that.
At the drum room at the Presidente.
Jesus Christ.
Where I got a double in North Carolina for the same price a single would have cost me in fucking Kansas City.
Interesting.
And it's only MSRP. It is only a $200 bottle.
But they're gonna, yeah. Okay.
So you know what? Two and a half fucking singles will fucking pay for that bottle at the fucking drum room.
That's crazy.
That like I said, that's one of those, like, you have to plan ahead for like a day like that. Like that's where like you step out your front door and you're spending at least $100. It's like when you take the kids to the movie theater nowadays, you know what I mean? Like you step out the front door. That's one of those
days where I step out the door, $100. I'm expecting to spend $300 because of the fact that that's costing me $60. I need to have a buffer spring on that fucking budget.
Mm-hmm.
And a really big fucking buffer spring. But that's also the first fucking drink I'm having. Because that's the thing. If I'm spending $60 on that, that's the first thing I'm drinking because I don't want my palate fucked up before I fucking try that $60 fucking shot.
Well, no shit. Like that. Exactly. So yeah, I believe it.
So that's that poop coffee, isn't it, NATO? That's that coffee from that meerkat looking thing.
Yeah, where it's an animal in the fucking like Pacific that eats the coffee bean, and then because of the way their digestive tract works,
Dog,
it doesn't
$100 a cup.
it it shits out the fucking whole bean.
What?
And then people go and collect the fucking poop,
What?
roast the fucking beans,
Into
and
a
then sell
coffee.
it.
Oh,
And it's $100
fuck no.
a cup.
I can do that for fucking free. You guys want to come like clean the peanuts out of my shit and make coffee out of it? Like,
Okay.
come on, dude.
Okay.
God damn it, Jay.
Well, what? That's exactly what the fuck you just said. Like, you think like they're picking.
I'm a
beans out
coffee
of
fucking
shit?
person. I still have yet to try fucking get
No.
coffee. I'm just saying this.
No, dude. No.
By the way,
come
I have John, just to tell you, I have reached out to Fire Department Coffee Co. to
Yes?
try to get us to try to get
Good.
Tech Guy Media / Clean Sanchez a fucking sponsorship.
There you go. See, now you're cooking with grease.
Yeah,
we're not drinking shit coffee.
And I actually
Because
he's
I'm still
upset.
using my
That's
French
why.
press.
Yep.
And this morning, the roast was Fire Department Coffee Company's skull crushing espresso.
Skull crushing. I like that. That's one of my favorite exercises. Skull crushers. Got the little triceps bar, and you lay down.
I like when my wife tries to crush my skull.
Oh, we're gonna go there.
Okay.
Fucking A.
So
Big booty women. Big booty women.
We're about to hit the final thought. I just want to say, guys, if you guys want to, the ugly Christmas sweater that is on our DD214 store on cleansanchezmedia.com, you have 1 week to get it. 1 week to get it, and it's not coming back until November.
All right.
I'm gonna talk to you, Clean.
If you need a special order, I got you.
When we go off, I've got to talk to you.
Yeah. On top of that, there's lots of content coming in. You guys know to come here every Sunday. Make sure you come check us out every Sunday. If you missed any part of this episode or anything like that, guys, go on Spotify. Don't go on Apple. Don't go on Spreaker. Don't go on fucking iHeartRadio or Amazon Music.
Don't even fucking watch it on fucking YouTube.
Go on Spotify.
Wait, what?
No, and I'm serious about this.
Okay.
Trust the process, Jay. Trust the fucking process.
Yeah.
That's your guys' shit, not mine.
Trust the fucking process.
I only watch on YouTube, so like I suck. Like,
yeah, and that's okay. You know, on Spotify, you're able to interact with us, and you're able to write to us in Spotify. There's comment section, there's polls and stuff. There's even little sections in there, and plus, it helps support this channel. You know, Spotify is the way to go. I always stand by it. But if you're a YouTube loyalist, which that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad at
fucking
it.
Jay.
You know, I'm not a loyalist. I just do the easiest fucking thing. I'm like water. I find the easiest goddamn path, and I click the goddamn button. That's it. That's all I do.
So guys, go check it out on Spotify if you missed anything of the episode, or if you want to watch any of the old episodes, you could go on Spotify, which they are available on video as well. I'm going to be making some changes to the YouTube page where instead of me re-uploading the episode, I'm going to leave the live up instead and then upload it on Spotify, which will then be distributed to Apple and Amazon and all that stuff.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
And I just want to speak to this real quick, Dylan. We also had half naked you on this episode.
Yeah.
You look really sexy, bro. Like I just want to let you know, like I see you, homie.
Dylan Mason, man. Dylan Mason. That's our boy. That's our boy Dickhead. That's our boy Dickhead. And guys, you know what time it is. This is the final thought. Yeah.
And it just started snowing in fucking North Carolina.
Is it snowing there now?
All right, so guys,
you guess you're not going to get fucking boxes like they fucking planned on today.
Fuck that up.
Oh, God damn it, Mother Nature.
So guys, this is our most serious moment of the show. Even though we still like to throw in a couple laughs in there, we'll throw in a couple joke in there. It's okay because we need to laugh every now and then, right? But it is super important we just lost a veteran recently. It made headlines just a couple days ago. A veteran who lost his life. I want to pull up his name so I don't butcher it.
Are you talking about which one are you talking about?
The one from Las Vegas.
Oh,
yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. So we there are veterans who are. I'm sorry, I had to misdirect that because I put together I misconstrued two articles and kind of meshed them together. So I apologize.
You're right.
We're losing.
It sucks that we lose that many, that we get confused about which ones we're talking about.
Yeah. That when you put it into perspective, absolutely. And we are having such a hard time, every single day. And it's not just veterans too. I do want to imply that too. It's not just veterans.
No, it's not.
It's everybody, but there is a big statistic in that we always talk about, the 22 a day. And in some cases, we've seen the number go up to 43 and even as low as 18.
Mm-hmm.
These are facts. People are taking themselves out each day and then taking each other out as well. And it's not, it's detrimental for the people to make a better world as long as the people are here inside of it. We're losing a lot of good people. We just heard of a story of a director taking his own life recently too. These are not secretive topics. These are not topics that people don't talk about, but it's also something that it's not talked about enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an uncomfortable truth.
Yeah,
and people don't like facts when they're uncomfortable fucking facts. You know what I mean? Like it's a very rough statistic to face and to realize, like, yeah, this is happening. And if you go through the Rolodex in your head, you probably know a couple. And
probably some that you don't even know are even gone right now too.
There you go.
That's another thing, like look through the Rolodex, go back, because I'm sure. Go ahead, Squilini.
It's definitely something like the Rolodex. The proverbial Rolodex, I'm going to call it, as we speak, is something we need to look through every once in a while, because I'll admit I've got fucking battle buddies I haven't talked to in fucking years.
Truth. And we care about them too, but it doesn't mean we don't care about them because we haven't talked to them. I
care about them, but I haven't talked to them on a personal level in years because I see them still posting shit on fucking social media. I see them still, sharing fucking shit on Facebook, on Instagram, on fucking any of their socials. So I know they're still good. Right. I know when it's time to start worrying and reach out personally, or when it's just time to fucking let them fucking live their life just like they let me live mine.
Yep. And that's exactly right. And it sucks every time we get hit, like in the chest or the face or the balls with a sledgehammer. When we lose another one, it's like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? So I think you're right, Joe. Like, sometimes we do need to go through the Rolodex and maybe just shoot out a message, shoot out a phone call, whatever works. Mm-hmm. And just say hi. Just say hi. I'm still here thinking about you the other day. You know what I mean? Like, I know we when we have our quiet moments, like I'm going to be sitting in this house for a week, like the next week straight. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of quiet moments where I probably think about people that I haven't seen in a while, people I haven't talked to. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I'm stuck in the fucking house. Why not? Right? Why not pick up the phone and call? Why not? Like what's stopping us from being the first one to make a move? Like when we was in the infantry, like we didn't wait for other people to move. We moved. You know what I mean? It was our move. It's always our move. Right? Like, call somebody. Fucking call somebody. Call your homies. Call your parents if they're still around. Call your brothers, your sisters, freaking
call your kids.
Call your fucking kids. For Christ's sake, call your fucking kids. Like, if they're old enough now, if they're like doing their own thing, keep in contact with you. Keep a connection with humanity. Period. Call somebody. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
No. No, you're good. This was perfect. It's the National Suicide Hotline. You could text or call 988, or you could dial 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK. There is someone there to see you. There's someone there to hear your story every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're there for you. This may be the wrong way to say it, but take the advantage that is given to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's wrong. That's
okay. Because I know that word kind of, it's
when we're given opportunities, take the fucking opportunities where they come. Don't miss a winning lottery ticket just because you didn't feel like buying one that night. You know what I mean? Like freaking call somebody, talk to someone, anyone.
That's right.
Other than yourself, by yourself.
That's right. And guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We'll be back next Sunday. And to go back and answer your question, LA Thorn, I don't know what state you're in. If you tell us real quick what your state you're in,
he was here last. Wasn't Thorn here last week?
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yeah. Welcome back. It was good. Sorry. You seem to come in towards the end. That's okay. We go live for a reason. Like even if you come in at the end, we were live and we were here, and we're gonna be back next Sunday too. That's what we did. This is our church. This is our version of good people.
Yeah, but LA Thorn, if you're in the East Coast, just get ready because you may not be driving the bus this week, depending how many inches are coming.
I don't think anybody.
Let me just put it this way.
I don't think anybody's going to school out here. This week.
Shit, he's in New Jersey. We're getting. You're south. Oh, you're fucked.
You're right there, dude. You're right. You guys should.
Here's my thing.
I don't think you're going to be driving a bus this week, my friend.
Well, I was going to say, here's my thing. If today was a fucking school day, the second the fucking snowflakes started falling, they'd have fucking sent kids home.
I believe it. It's just since we've started this podcast.
Just tomorrow.
It's gotten worse out here. It's gotten like remember earlier this morning I was like, 4 inches. It's looking like easily 5. Like we're encroaching on 6 right now.
Yeah, and you're expecting what 5 to 11 inches before the fucking end of all this shit?
Probably like 8 to 13. We're gonna see. And that for the Kansas City Metro, that's huge. That's huge.
Well, my favorite is I just looked at the fucking weather app on my phone. It just says it's cloudy outside, but there's fucking snowflakes falling.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the Weather Channel doesn't even know it's fucking snowing right now.
That's what do we do in the infantry? Sills, stop, look, listen, smell. Stop, look, listen, smell. Go step outside your back porch. Stop, look, listen, smell. If there's snow coming down, stay the fuck off the roads. Stay safe in your house. Stay comfy. Fucking eat some good food. Watch some badass fucking football. Fucking, it's 2025. We're talking about calling people on the phone. What we're doing right here, we can do this with anybody. Video chat a motherfucker. Do that Star Trek shit. Look at somebody on your phone like face to face. It's like Star Trek shit. When I was a kid, that was like science fiction, and we have it in the palm of our hands right now. Call somebody face to face. Make them answer you face to face on video.
I could literally fucking call the two of these fuckers face to face right now while we're fucking live.
We do it sometimes. Where it's like there was a day when John was like, guys, we need to do X, Y, and Z. And it was like 2 or 3 days before the podcast. And we had a video conference basically over because John was like, we have to talk about this. It's got to be now. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. We answered and we talked about what we talked about before the podcast and we got it fucking handled. But we talked face to face on video.
Yeah.
It was not a phone call. It was not a phone call. It was video.
When John did that, I was fucking sitting at work in a fucking meeting.
You were.
And he's like, we need to do this right now.
You had to step out.
I said, okay, well, I fucking muted my fucking mic in the meeting, turned my camera off, and fucking video chatted these asshats while I was working my fucking full-time job.
It's what we do. It's what we fucking do.
I'm sorry, this doesn't pay me, but it's still more important to me than fucking my regular job. I hope my fucking employer doesn't listen to this episode. Cut that part out.
if I was at Arrowhead,
I need my paycheck.
If I was at Arrowhead working, I would find a way. I would find a way to answer, and I'd go to a little fucking like broom closet or something and find a cubby hole to stick myself in long enough to say like, "What's up? What's up?" Because when you get calls from people that you're not used to who are calling you, answer the fucking phone. That's the other part. The other part to reaching out is you have to fucking pick up the goddamn phone.
That's like fucking Amy last night, Jay. She was like, so how's Jay going to handle the fucking snow and shit? I was like, I don't know. The last I fucking talked to him was fucking last week on Sunday when we did the podcast. On a fucking normal week, we will go from episode to fucking episode before we fucking talk to each other.
And let's not forget, Jay wrote in the chat the other day and he deleted the message, and I'm super curious to know what the hell he deleted.
So he was asking for a fucking hot link for the fucking football games yesterday. I saw it, but I was out fucking running errands and getting shit for fucking moving, so I wasn't able to fucking respond.
I got my hot. Don't worry, John. I got my hot links. Don't worry.
Jay, next time just text me.
Next to fucking cell phone. Sometimes that's quicker.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Stay alive. See you in 168. Black socks only. Remember,
Black socks. Go Chiefs!